Howdy, folks. Slim Chance Cowboy here with the Rugged Revival. I am here with Mr. Daniel Young, country singer songwriter out of Utah. How you doing, Daniel?
Doing great. How you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks. Thanks again for joining me on a Sunday. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. So before we hop into some questions about your music and your songwriting, I am ever so curious with some of the folks that I talk to on here and that I meet about the micro communities that are within country music and or just regular music in general. Everyone's familiar with Austin, Texas, and Nashville, but I've spoke to somebody who's up in New York, Pacific Northwest, but I really don't know anything about Utah and what that scene is like. But I know there's quite a few of you out there. So is there anything cool or unique about playing music out in Utah that you could share with us?
Yeah, there's a lot of cool country bands around here and like bluegrass and old timey. We have a really cool collective called Trash Moon Collective that my friend Melissa Chilinsky started, and it's really just to get people in the community just so you know who everyone is. It's really a chance to come together and play music with each other. They have jams like almost every day. There's something going on, like a jam or a show or
Cool.
just something. So that really boosts all the musicians around town to really get to know each other, and it just turns into a big community, which is really really cool.
That is
Um,
cool. And you're you're
yeah,
you're you're near Salt Lake?
I am. Yeah, I'm just like 10 minutes from Salt Lake in North Salt Lake. So
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent. Daniel has a new album out. Another Golden Hour came out a couple weeks ago. I heard it and it was awesome. All just as I expected. So, what are who are some of your songwriter or even performer inspirations that gives you inspiration to craft your songs? I definitely saw that you're a John Prine guy, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, John Prine is definitely who I thought hearing of that, and Jim Croce or even James Talley, kind of like
Oh, cool. Yeah.
a very kind of smooth, silky smooth kind of stuff. So, who are some of your inspirations that you draw from when you go to craft your songs?
Well, John Prine definitely, like you said. I mean, he's one of my heroes.
Absolutely.
When he died, it was like having one of my grandpas die or something. It was really strange.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, John Prine definitely. Love James Talley, and I guess Towns Van Zandt. Towns Van Zandt, Guy Clark, and just a lot of those Texas songwriters I really really love. And I would say the big one though would be John Prine. I mean, it always goes through my head, like, what would John do in this situation in this song, or where would he go with it?
Right, right. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Guy Clark. I have a 13-year-old, and we were driving around this morning actually, and Let 'Em Roll came on, which I love that song. And
Yeah,
I really don't. I mean, I'm in construction, so my son hears me curse and everything. It's not a big deal, but the the part about it ended in a whorehouse fight and talking about a Dallas whore and everything. And he's on his phone, but he's kind of giving me the side eye, like, "What are you listening to?" Yeah, just yeah, it's funny
that's
you brought
funny.
up Guy. It's funny you brought up Guy Clark because I was just listening to him this morning.
Oh
Um,
yeah, he's so great. He's
oh
so
God,
great.
it's fantastic. Just some of the whimsical, him and Prine and Van Zant, just the way they can twist words together and make things make sense. You kind of don't know where they're going with stuff, but then it makes sense, and you're like, wow, that's great.
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
so you have your own recording studio, right?
I do. Yeah, yeah. My studio is my entire basement. I've turned into a studio.
That's
Uh,
that's awesome. So I'm guessing like that gives you probably so much freedom. I mean, I know you're an independent artist regardless, but instead of you having to go out and book studio time, what kind of freedom does that give you for your songs? I mean, are you able to like do you go downstairs and you get an idea at the kitchen table and just press record? I mean, I know seeing you got a band there and everything, but just curious on how that works out for you.
yeah, I mean, having a studio here, I almost feel guilty not putting music out on a regular basis. But yeah, I mean, I'll go downstairs all the time and just like if I have an idea, I mean, I'll just like turn my phone on real quick, or if I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna run downstairs and see what happens. And then just push record and see what happens. I'll record it and then start adding instruments just to get ideas.
Yeah.
Um,
Do
but
you
I've had
play the instruments on your recordings, or do you have a band that comes in and does that stuff for you?
yeah, I have a band, the Rambling Roses.
Right.
They're like the core band.
Right.
They're really close friends of mine too, so it's really fun to get together and make music together. We do most of the stuff live in the studio, just like push record and see what happens. That's really what I love to do.
Yeah, I mean, because you never know when magic's going to happen. You know, sometimes it's best to, not mess with it. Just kind of,
Yeah,
hey, that was a live take and it turned out great, and we're going to leave it as such. Maybe there's a little echo or something in there. And
yeah.
my grandparents played bluegrass, and my uncle, my dad's youngest brother, has a recording studio, and he's in like rock bands and whatever. So I remember being in his studio in my grandparents' basement when I was like a teenager, and just kind of seeing the stuff in there. It was really cool to see how that stuff kind of comes together.
It's really fun. I mean, I had this studio just for myself, for me and my friends for a long time, for probably 15 years. And then during the pandemic, I got furloughed. I got laid off my job, and it's like, well, this might be a good time to like put some time into the studio, see what happens. And ever since then, I've been doing the studio full time and playing music. So, all
Are
music.
you seeing anyone else's work, or just your own?
Yeah, so now it's open to the public and people have been coming in and it's been really busy and been doing really, really good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It gives you the freedom to see what some other people are doing, maybe inspire
Yeah,
you, get some ideas. You guys can bounce ideas off each other. That's really neat.
yeah, for sure. It's really fun. I feel lucky to get to hear people's songs for the first time. You know, they're like, this, I've never played this for anyone. And it's like, it's almost like a little secret for a little while.
Yeah,
It's cool.
that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
really fun.
tell us about it was immediately the first song that I really liked off the new record. But tell us a little bit about the story behind, if there is a story, about Baby Baby Blue. From what I understand, it's about a AM country station.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is, so we had a AM classic country radio station here in Salt Lake for 70 years. I mean, it had
Wow.
been around forever. It was like, I grew up on it. I know that, like, I talk to other people who are like, yeah, like my parents grew up on that. It's just been around forever. And they just played amazing classic country songs all the time. And so it was always on in my car when I was traveling around. And then my friend called me one day and she was just like, hey, they're doing the last show of AM 1370. Like, classic country is ending tonight. It's going off air. And it really like, it kind of shook me. I was like, no, that's
Yeah.
like part of our like culture here.
Yeah. Right.
It was cool. But I mean, you can still stream it, but it's not the same.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah. We had so I'm in Maryland, by the way. So
Okay.
the local big time radio station in Washington D.C. that I listened to when I was a teenager. They used to have a show on Saturday nights called America's Music. It was from 8 to midnight, and the host was a guy named Jim London, and it was classic country. And
Mhm.
as a 16, 17-year-old, me and my friends were all, fall in love with that type of music. And so like it was this is before streaming, so we had, just CDs of stuff, but like we would huddle around. We would, we always hang out in my friend's basement, and we would turn on America's Music. And I know we were underage, but drink Bud Lights and stuff. And he always started out the show with Tulsa Time by Don Williams. That was his favorite song, the DJ. And so, man, we would tell people to be quiet. Sometimes people will come over and they're getting rowdy. We're like, shh, the radio's on. And, I'm only 40. So this is only, like 2003. It wasn't that long ago. It sounds like decades ago, but yeah, it went from 4 hours to 1 hour. I think it went from 8 to midnight to like 10 to 11, and then just went off the air. And of course I was probably like 2006 or something. So it's been a while, but I do
Yeah.
get that. I do get that feeling because it was definitely something that me and my buddies listened to every Saturday night. If we were at a bonfire or someone else's house, someone would be like, "Hey, it's 9:15. Turn on America's music," and someone would pull up their truck and turn it on. Because it was better than flipping out CDs that we had. Because again, there was
Oh
no
yeah.
streaming. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
I kind of miss that too.
Yeah,
Um,
I definitely miss it. So that song is pretty much it's turned into a love song written to that station.
that's great. And so yeah, like I was saying, it was like the immediate song that I really drew to on the album when I was doing some research on it. I heard that it was about a radio station. Like, oh, this is awesome. Like this makes sense now. The song kind of makes sense a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Not that it didn't before, but it brought me back to memories of listening to that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're 5 full-length records in.
Yes.
And I don't know if you can sense it, but I can, going back to like The World Ain't Gonna Wait and Leave It Out to Dry, which was one of my favorite albums of 2024, and Another
Wow.
Golden Hour. I can definitely sense, just listening to album to album to album. I was listening to them the other night. A kind of a musical, I don't want to call it growth, but like a confidence almost from you on your fifth album. It's like it just gets better and better and better. I don't know if that's something that you're sensing yourself in your writing, or is it the home studio? But I mean, Another Golden Hour was just, I mean, I was telling some of my followers on my page, like, you guys need to go check this album out, like front to
Mhm.
back. It's just great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I mean I'd like to hope that I'm getting better.
Right. We all do.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, you know. And it's really kind of you to say that. Yeah, I think it's since I've been playing with this band now, so Leave It Out to Dry and Another Golden Hour, it's all with the same band, and I feel like we're really it's becoming easier to like in the studio. It's easier, just like oh, okay, we know where you're going, I know where you're going now, like without even talking to each other about it. So I feel like that is definitely getting better. Where the world ain't gonna wait. That was pretty much me overdubbing stuff by myself because it was in the middle of the pandemic and no one could do anything. But
Right.
no one could get together.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but yeah, I kind of feel yeah. I hope the songs are getting better. I feel like they're um, I'm trying not to be too precious about them. I'm just trying to put more and more material out.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
it's funny you said that Leave It Out to Dry, Another Golden Hour is the same band, because in a sense, those two records for sure. I mean, I know they're the last two you released, but they definitely could be like sibling records or like side A, side B. Um,
I feel the same about that for sure. Yeah.
yeah, there's a sonic kind of similarity between both of them. But I mean, Another Golden Hour right now, I mean, it's still early in the year. It's been one of the best things that I've heard this year. So the songwriting and everything is really great. And see,
Thank you.
I'm kind of I'm a really old school country, George Jones shirt,
Yeah.
honky tonk guy, but I definitely have this so like Guy Clark, for instance, like Let 'Em Roll we were just talking about. I have a soft spot for music like yours and Guy Clark's, where it's just songs, and
Mhm.
most people wouldn't picture me as maybe listening to something that was like, more on the folk side or songwriter side, even though your music has a lot of steel guitar in it, which just makes it so much better.
Yeah,
Um,
it's my favorite.
I love a steel guitar, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, sometimes just like listening to lyrics and songs, and it just, you put on some headphones and you kind of get lost in it. And I feel like that's what your music, you know, it's a good thing. Like, I'm not going to go out two step into a Daniel Young album, but it's kind of like it's grown up music. It's this is
Mhm.
music
Yeah,
for
yeah.
grown up music for grown ups. You're going to sit down, you're going to listen to it, and you're going to understand what the songwriter is saying. So it's something I can really appreciate.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you saying that. Hopefully I
Yeah,
can write that album you can two-step to in the future.
there you go. Well, speaking of that, I know you had an instrumental track on The World Ain't Gonna Wait, the Muskrat Mud Shuffle. Was that Muskrat Jones playing?
That was, yeah,
Okay.
Muskrat.
Yeah. I follow him on the socials, and I know he's playing with Summer Dean maybe now, or no, Coulter Wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was playing with Coulter. I don't know how much touring Coulter's doing anymore, but
Yeah, yeah, I saw that he's taking a little hiatus. So
Yeah, but yeah, he's I mean, Muskrat's he's one of my best friends.
oh, that's cool. Hey,
Yeah, so we just
he's a really good steel player.
he's so great. Yeah, he used to live in Salt Lake for a little while.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So we became really good friends. He's in Tulsa now, but yeah, that's the Muskrat Mud Shuffle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Muskrat Jones, man.
I thought that was him. So you've been so gracious with your time. What can you so what's on the horizon for you? I know you got some international tour dates, I think, coming up. What's on the horizon for you? I mean, you writing more? Got any songs in the can that might be on the next record, or what's coming up for you
Yeah,
this year?
I am. I mean, I'm always trying to write. I do have a lot of newer songs, which it's funny you said brought up the two-stepping because they're more like straight up country songs. I think we'll see.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, so always writing. I have new stuff. Hopefully, we'll record another record maybe the end of this year. Start on the new one. And yeah, we're going to Europe in May. Um, so and it'll just be me and my buddy that plays pedal steel and lap steel and mandolin. Just as a duo, we'll be going to Europe, but we'll be there for a couple weeks. Yeah, so we're really excited to get over there and um, meet new people and play music for a bunch of great people over there. We did that a couple years ago, and it was so special.
Yes, people don't. There's places in Europe that have a fervent country music following.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
I
wild. I love it.
Yeah, I've seen that just on the socials of guys that go over there, and um, I can't think of it now, but some of the artists that I follow, they'll always be like, "Man, this is great time last night here. It was sold out show.
Yeah.
People are going crazy." And yeah, so there's something to say about a duo or even a solo. I think last year, just how the cookie crumbles. I probably saw 3 or 4 artists solo, and when I kind of see that, sometimes when you see that on the ticket or on the info, you're kind of like, womp womp, okay, but I'll tell you, the ones that I saw solo, Logan Ledger, who just
Mm.
absolutely serenaded us. I
Yeah.
mean, no
Yeah.
one was saying anything. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. And then I saw Cassie Velazza open for Vincent Neil Emerson,
Oh,
and
nice.
and
Yeah.
she was just up there sitting on a stool, and like no one was looking at their phones, no one was talking to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think none of us really realized that it was captivating, really.
Right.
So, and then I saw a few others that were solo. So there's something to be said. Again, this goes back when you got really good songs, you really don't need the band, but it's cool that you got your guy playing the lap steel and everything, because he can add some musical fill to the song. So
Oh yeah, he adds a lot for sure. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. I know what you're saying though. Like you see someone solo, like I've seen John Moreland solo, and I'm just like, dude, don't, I don't ever want this night to end.
I
Like
know.
I
Yeah,
just want
yeah.
to keep crying.
Yeah, I know. It's so like personal. Sometimes you feel like they're sitting in the room just singing the song to you, even though you're there with 200
Yeah.
people.
Right. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, so I actually grew to like it. I saw someone else. I can't remember who it was now. And most of it's because these artists are coming from so far away. They don't draw full houses, and so it's expensive to bring
Right.
a band halfway across the country. And some of these venues, they're not gonna pay you to have your whole band there. So I think
Mhm.
Uh, speaking of Muskrat, I think Summer Dean. I had Summer Dean tickets 2 years ago, and the show got abruptly canceled. And I think it was because of ticket sales. But she
Yeah.
ended up playing. She ended up playing at and this was at a sizable venue in DC. But she ended up playing at Hank Diedel's Tavern, which is like a little bar on the outskirts of DC, and it was solo. And I wanted to get out there for that, but I couldn't. It was a Thursday night. Traffic. It's just kind of. But yeah, I've really become to appreciate a solo music show. I mean, it's
Yeah.
nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really fun.
yeah, well, thank you for your time. I'm not going to take you up any longer, but everybody that's listening, I urge you to, my credo, go to the shows, buy the merch, buy the vinyl, go to Bandcamp, buy a CD, get the download, and check out Daniel Young's website for tour dates and get out there to see him live. So, Daniel, I appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
See ya.